Yo, what's good, y'all? It's Yoopa, and we back. We got another video. This one a little different. Well, I guess I do be watching random shit anyways. Shit that I just be watching by my dolly. But they lied about who you are. I don't know. I just saw this shit. But then I was like, you know what? I want to watch that. So let's get straight into it.
You wake up one day and pieces of your life are gone. Like you had a full jigsaw puzzle and now 30% of the pieces are missing. These are aspects of your life, memories and stuff like that. A name, faces, a memory. You have questions in your head like, is this my house that I'm walking around in, or am I staying with a friend right now? This stuff just kind of falls out of your head randomly, like leaves off of a tree.
That's how I was thinking about life.
Start feeling stranger.
That's what made me. That's what made me started to get into like.
Kind of disappear,
well, not necessarily losing memories,
doesn't notice. Without any of your memories, who are you? You get left with this truth of losing yourself, and there's no way back. There's no coming back. And this is what it's like for somebody that has dementia. The death that we are all afraid of is the death of the
I'm not afraid to die.
The death of self. If you imagine how many times you've heard a person ask, what's his story?
This version of us dies.
We feel more at ease when we have a story, which is why it's terrifying to start developing dementia. I swear to God, I've been there. I didn't know who my wife was for an extended period of time. This was 12 months ago. Some kind of a story gives us this feeling that we know who we are. It's understandable that if we struggle with identity, we face a lot of social consequences. I'm going to repeat that again. If we struggle with identity, we will always face social consequences. So we're going to talk about identity tonight, and we're also going to talk about how can we hack it in ourselves, how can we hack it in other people, and then from a profiling perspective, how am I going to identify someone else's identity, who they really are deep down? And you can do this in less than a minute and a half, and you can identify identity in a deeper level than probably, I would wager, their therapist, who they've been working with for a year, would be able to explain.
Like I don't judge people, but I'd identify someone like based off of how they react to certain things.
So this theory just breaks down
your
how
reaction.
We categorize, identify, and
that's
compare
what I like
ourselves to other people. So categorization means
because I won't judge you off your looks,
title, degrees, certifications, awards, nationality, military service. And then we have identification.
But when certain things happen, I'll watch how you react
into groups. Then we identify ourselves within
that's
those
how
groups.
That's how I could. That's how I'll be able to tell like how you are.
Religious beliefs, professions. We choose our
not
cars,
necessarily
our
like
clothing,
who you are,
our accessories to express our group
but
membership.
to an extent.
And then we get into comparison. So comparison
makes
our
one thing you
identities
can't
more
do.
Obvious. This is where us versus them tactics and us versus them mentality comes into place.
That's one of the worst things, like the comparison shit. People comparing themselves to people
and find out, which group they belong to. And people were
literally
10 times more likely to give points on a test to people who they thought were in their group. This is how Hitler was able to commit crimes. So that's the basic essence of social identity theory, those three little elements there. So let's talk about these core identities. The first one is the historical identity. This is rooted in our personal history, or in our background, our upbringing, our family heritage, life events that have shaped my journey. I've been through this. It's how a person perceives the past and how it influences their entire life. Role-based is the various roles that we play throughout our lives. Like I'm a CEO, I'm a senior vice president, or I'm a parent, I'm a sibling, I'm a friend. So if somebody's talking about a role in their life, we understand the moment that I hear roles, what are the expectations of that person?
Literally,
that's what they're wanting to do. That's what they want to be seen
most
as.
things are just attachments.
If I can get them to agree that
and
because
labels,
of their identity, this decision is a good idea.
Like instead of saying I am this, I am that. Just I am.
The cognitive dissonance associated with identity is so strong that they're not going to deviate from it. So if I know how to align a message with their identity, then I can build cognitive dissonance around almost any decision I want to. So next is this membership identity. This identity is how people see themselves as part of a group. It's a community thing, it's a culture thing, organizations, social groups. So this is the way that people think and behave based on shared values. But anytime I'm guiding somebody down who has a membership identity, I always want to build the walls of cognitive dissonance around the social expectations of the reputation or the behavior of that group. The reputation and behavior of that group is that person's identity. Let's just go through a few sample scenarios. So if I'm in a business negotiation, for example, I'm going to engage somebody's role-based identity.
But then, even then, like,
to establish a lot of respect and understanding. I don't want historical unless I really need to form a relationship with this person. If I'm a family therapist, I'm going to focus on historical
like everything would
identity,
technically
so I
just
can
be judgments
unravel
because
the dynamics of a family. If I'm a leader at a,
Like,
at a
hold on,
business, I'm going to leverage
let me just pause real quick. The video is short anyways, but everything is really just judgments at the end of the day. Because let's say I meet you and I do give my opinion based on how you react to things, right? Like how I said earlier. It's really just a judgment because it's like, let's say we both hear the same news and it could affect us the same way, but emotionally I'm able to control myself more, or mentally I'm able to, like, whatever, something like a situation like that, like something that will affect two people, but their reactions are differently. So it's like, just because it's not the same as yours, or just because it's not like similar to you or something like that, like, because everything would basically just be judgment. Because let's say something does happen like that, right? Literally in 5 minutes after that, you're an entirely different person. So it's like, since it's weird, bro. This life shit is very, like, life is just very interesting. And then trying to explain this shit, and then me just trying to learn about everything, about, like, basically trying to find explanations for everything. I mean, not as videos as much, but I've been going, like, trying to go within type shit, but
cohesiveness in a little group of people.
It's just weird.
How do we
like,
leverage that identity? The formula is a 4-step formula that spells out the word idea. So
like,
step
shit
one
like
is
this make me think. That's why I like watching videos like this. Like,
so I want to pinpoint
you got to do
which
something that's gonna
types,
keep
like
your mind up there.
Role-based.
That's why I do like videos. That's why I watch videos like this, and
I want to
try to learn a language.
Linguistic indicators. I want to observe emotional emphasis. Are they referencing their past? Are they talking about their role, highlighting a group? So the D in idea is deepen. We're going to affirm the importance of their identity. So we're reflecting their language a little bit, their tone, but we really want to,
because it's kind of easy to identify somebody.
So we want to say something like, I think it's truly incredible
how they see themselves, but it really all depends on what they say, their responses and reactions.
Really rare and super admirable. And then we align with that to work feeding that.
But like
need.
Literally
We're
that night they
that
can end up
identity,
like,
making that
yo, I'm
identity
locking in today. I'm locked
validated.
in, and then their life could change forever. So
the
it's
E
like
of
they
idea
literally
is
wouldn't be the
empower.
same person.
So we're highlighting how their
So everything is really just judgment. That's why I'm like,
are relevant to
that's why I don't really judge anybody or anything. Like, I am
you've
you.
overcome
You are me.
so much in the past.
I am.
And this
We are all the same.
challenge.
We are all,
I think it's just another opportunity
not necessarily
to
the
really
same,
prove
but
your resilience.
we come from the
And
same
if
thing.
it's a
So
membership identity person,
we're all
I
connected.
might say something like, this is a decision that I think is going to make a huge difference for the community, and I know how committed you are to their success. So I'm pulling out identity. I'm putting the identity up here, and I'm saying, here, let's make this decision because look what you just agreed to right here. So the A of idea is align. One way that I used to do this, I don't do it very often anymore, is I'll tell a story. If it's historical, I'll say something like, all these people have seen experiences like yours just lead to remarkable clarity in similar situations.
Literally.
If it's role-based, I'll say, I think everybody knows the best managers that people can work with always find that small, decisive action always has the
Like, bro,
biggest impact.
it's like, bro, you could really learn how to
Membership, I'll say,
manipulate people.
groups like this tend to follow the quiet confidence of somebody who is
Like, just off of,
truly
like,
invested in the future. I'm
small
identifying this
cues
dominant
and, like,
identity. So historical role-based membership. I'm deepening
shit's
that connection,
crazy.
kind of bringing it more into the light and showing them
Like, that's
that
damn near
I
what
know
people-
who you are.
People
and it's
who
awesome.
do
It's great.
sales and people who
Then
sell
I'm
this and sell
empowering
that,
it.
they're damn near
I'm
just
framing
manipulating
their
people.
action as a way to express that.
It's not always
So,
bad manipulation.
Doing this with me is a
But it's
perfect
like
way
they're-
to express that identity. It's a natural expression of who you are as a person. And then
Because it's
aligning-
really up to the person to
aligning
go
requests
through
their
with
future
the
vision of themselves,
to go
or their
through
group.
whatever, buying what product it is or whatever that person is selling. W video. I hope I ain't do too much talking. But yeah, W vid. I thought my mic was messing up because I hear like the little static in the background. Hope that shit not OD. Yo, nah, this shit should be straight. But yeah, W vid. Shout out Chase. I'm gonna probably react to like another video like this. I like watching shit like this. But make sure I keep doing what I gotta do. Keep trying to grow. Keep loving yourself. Keep trying to go up. All love. Make sure I be safe.